Welcome to Vision ProNotes for November 21st, 2025. And I'm Marty Gensius, a faculty member at a Midwest University, a podcaster, and an Apple product fan. I'm also co-host of Vision Profiles, along with Eric Bolden, David Ginsberg, and Daniel Burkholder. ProNotes are a supplement to our weekly Vision Profiles podcast. And we, throughout the week, I might find some news stories that I think are, let's get this out now. It might have some meaning for you in the immediate. We'll also talk about them on the next Monday night's Vision Profiles. Remember, Vision Profiles is live streamed on youtube.com/@visionprofiles on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch the video later on YouTube or the audio on any podcatcher service. ProNotes are the supplements we try to catch on a Monday morning, a Wednesday morning, or a Friday morning. And today's ProNote is a new thing that happened just yesterday. The App Store Awards were announced. And really, it's the nominations for the awards and the nominees in various categories for the Apple Vision Pro apps and also games. Here are the finalists, is what we're going to talk about in this. They hand out, Apple kind of highlights standout apps and games, 14 different categories, 2 of them being just for the Vision Pro, the Vision Pro app and the Vision Pro game category. And they select 45 finalists. These are the App Store editors. Select 45 finalists based on technical innovation, user experience, and design, recognizing that experiences that inspire users to accomplish more, reimagine their daily workflows, and push creative boundaries, as the quote goes. In this ProNote, we're going to zoom in on only the Vision Pro finalists, the apps and games for this year, and connecting them to Apple's broader criteria like cultural impact, accessibility, and localization. So let's look at the Apple Vision Pro apps of the year. There are 3 of them that they have highlighted. The first one is Camo Studio. And Camo Studio is a spatial control room. So think a multi-camera composition where you can scene switch and on-device capture inside the Vision Pro environment. So kind of a neat app that does that. And it's listed, and I'm showing for folks watching the video, it's listed in the App Store as having an iPad and an Apple version. Well, obviously you have to have an app to do and make the connections on the iPad to be able to set up the streaming and such as it occurs. But you can connect your camera and mic to your iPad and start streaming on the move and simultaneously record your video to built-in storage or connected SD cards for editing and uploading to high-quality content later. You can switch scenes quickly if you wish to, and then you can put things in the streams that add to your personal aesthetic and professional touch. It's just a really interesting combination between sort of the iPad and the Vision Pro. I'll tell you personally, I kind of think that these categories should be reserved for Vision Pro apps only. And I think everyone besides this one that I'm going to talk about tonight is a Vision Pro app only. Kind of really rewarding those developers who developed for Vision Pro only and just didn't port anything over from iPad. There's just a lot of things that you can do with this Camo Camo Studio that is really pretty remarkable in terms of running it. From what I can tell from the App Store, it is free, and it was designed for the iPad, but now it has this Vision Pro interface with it and some pretty good ratings in terms of the information on it. So you might want to check that one out. Now we're going to switch to another, which is really clearly I think fits into this category well. And again, it's not an app that you're going to do anything with other than have this interactive documentary where you can pick objects up. And I'm referring to D-Day, the Camera Soldier. And this is the cinema, it's a documentary style story of the camera person or one of the camera people who shot all the film that we saw on D-Day. That's part of the archive of the videos that we see when we look at videos on D-Day. It's $4.99 and it's well worth that money. This is one, like all of these actually, I've purchased and tried because some of them are free. And it has some just remarkable things that you can do in the Vision Pro by using your hands to pick objects up. And right now, if you're watching the video, you're seeing some of the clips from that. That is just part of what you can do. You also have the cameraman's relative, currently living relative. I think it's maybe the daughter. And she's talking about the kinds of experiences she had hearing these stories from her dad. So a very, very cool app. As you go through it, you learn a lot about the experience, and just great. It's already won 2025 Emmy Awards, Innovation in Emerging Media, and finalist in the 82nd Venice Film Festival, Best of Immersive. Just some really wonderful things. Dive into the untold story of D-Day combat cameraman through the moving journey of his daughter, piecing together the legacy of what he never shared. It's a 20-minute film, and again, well worth the cost of it. The last app, we have games to get to in a minute, but the last app is Explore POV. And there are in-app purchases for this. You can go to premium, but basically it's immersive video and stories. So it's outside of, this is an independent group that's doing this or collecting these and putting them together for you to be able to watch them in your Apple Vision Pro. There's 100 plus immersive videos from 20 countries with new content added weekly, revolutionary black magic content with 8K per eye clarity. You can experience the world like dive in the French Polynesias, trek through the misty jungles to hidden volcanoes, explore the Arctic paradises. Just some really good stuff. And again, in order to have access to that, you have $9.99 for 1 month, $45 for 6 months, and for 3 months it's $25. So, there is a in-app purchase that allows you to be able to purchase those kinds of choices and contracts. And if you're really into immersive video, you want to kind of explore this, go for it. It's a very good app. Again, how were these judged? First, technical innovation, spatial capture, immersive videos, pipelines, and performance on the Vision OS, how well it works with it. The user experience and design, can you quickly get into the experience, understand the controls, and stay oriented in the 3D space. The cultural impact, like for example, D-Day as an immersive history. Explore the POV. Explore POV as a global travel media, and Camo Studio as a new production tool for independent creators. And then finally, accessibility and localization. The comfort of the headset, clear UI, subtitles, and support for multiple languages. So these are kind of the criteria that the App Store editors used to make a decision on the app. When we get to the games, we're into a whole different world. And I got to tell you, I like fishing apps. And Fishing Haven, I got introduced to fishing apps on the Meta And it was just kind of a cool way to sit back, sit in a comfy chair in your living room, and have this immersive experience of fishing with the Vision Pro or with the Meta. And Vision Pro has one. This one that's won some great acclaim is Fishing Haven. And it's just a meditative fishing sim that leans into presence. So you get a real sense of what's in the world around you. You have environmental audio, and you also have things like just a gentle interaction. Like I said, I kind of enjoy fishing. It's kind of a good way for me to wind down the day in terms of the things that I do. And it gives you all sorts of not just beautiful vistas to fish from, but all sorts of information about the locations that you're going to be doing this interactive game with. So Fishing Haven, another great app this year that's listed in the Game of the Year finalists. Then Gears and Goo. Gears and Goo is it's like it looks like a tabletop platform where essentially you control a fun army of Sudarians in a thrilling battle for territory and sodalite domination. Command your workers and gather resources. And if you are watching the video, you can see some of the activities that go on. Again, built on what we would call a tabletop platform, this world where you do the different kinds of interactions with it. So real kind of fun game if you like this kind of gamification, but you're getting it in a spatial environment. Again, this is an app that was just developed for the Vision Pro, and I really like that. It's part of the arcade. So again, it's connected to that device or connected to that whole arrangement. And then I'm going to take a minute here to tell you about the last app that is available in this category, and the Game of the Year finalists is Portanubi. I tell you, when I saw this, and I think I had seen it prior when it first came out, I thought this is pretty fascinating. Again, an Apple Vision Pro only app, and it has some remarkable things that you can do with it. The idea here is it's a spatial puzzle that in an adventure built around light, portals, and environment scale interactions. So just kind of cool stuff where the light is kind of passing through your hand and you're moving objects to try and change and bend the light or port the light, almost like you're moving prisms to get the light to go in different directions to solve puzzles with it. So it's called Portanubi, Portanubi. And again, along with Fishing Haven, Gears and Goo, Portanubi is one of the 3 game finalists of the year in Apple Vision Pro. So take a look at these. Of course, we'll have all these links in the show notes of this ProNote, so you can get to those various apps as you wish. The great thing about this is that it shows a proof of a maturity that the Apple Vision Pro platform has developed to a mature platform. There are some great experience for Vision Pro users. So, things like you can create and broadcast with Camo Studio. You can learn history with D-Day, the camera soldier. You can have a travel experience with Explore POV. You can relax and fish, which is kind of again, you got to try it if you haven't tried it with Fishing Haven. And you can tinker and play with things like Gears and Goo and Portanubi. So take a look at these apps. For developers, it's nice that developers are getting rewarded for having thoughtful UXs, not just we ship something on Vision OS. It's rewarding those kind of thoughtful processes like tight, readable interfaces in a 3D space, clear comfort choices, seated play, minimal forced locomotion, strong narrative and conceptual hook like the documentary D-Day. And then you can retreat into calm waters with Fishing Haven if you want to do that. So it's rewarding that kind of innovation for developers, and that's very cool. Well, I've talked enough about this, so I think it's time for me to let you know you can catch us on Vision Profiles on Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's at youtube.com/@visionprofiles. You can always pick it up after we record it. You don't have to pick it up live, but we've got an active chat room, and that's always fun. You can email us at thepodtalknetwork@gmail.com, and you can check out all the other podcasts that we have and links to Vision ProNotes and Profiles on the website, thepodtalk.net.